hope everybody's doing great. You know, if it wouldn't be so serious, I would think it's the most ridiculous, stupidest joke and the most stupid thing I ever heard in my life. The fact that Israel is brought before the International Court of Justice, before The Hague, with accusations of genocide. I mean, give me a break. Do you know any other country in the world that goes out of its way, as does Israel, to make sure that innocent people have time to evacuate? Do you know any other country in the world that will do what Israel is doing now, going in a door-to-door combat, with our casualties going up and our fatalities going up? Why? In order to make sure that we minimize the enemy's fatalities. And yet, no matter what we do or how we do it, somehow we're singled out for opprobrium by the United Nations, on college campuses around the world, by the International Court. So just admit it. You hate Jews, because no matter what we do, we just can't do it right. You know, this week's parasha has a beautiful idea, and it's very relevant to what I just said. In this week's parasha, we read how Moses and Aaron went before Pharaoh. They are trying to get him to let the Jews leave Egypt. God says, bring your staff. When you go, throw it on the ground. It's going to become a snake. Moses and Aaron do as God says. Pharaoh, not so impressed. He has a country that's filled with magicians. They do the same thing. They throw rods on the ground. They become snakes too. And then we all saw the famous movie, Moses Snake Eats the Snakes of Pharaoh's Guys. Except that's not accurate. What really happened is that Moses' snake resumed to being a rod before it ate the snakes and the rods of Pharaoh's men. And that's a Jew. The Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches a beautiful lesson, that a Jew, even when we fight the worst of enemy, the most cruel, sadistic, evil enemy, we don't become snakes. We maintain our form and our integrity. Yes, we will fight back. We will push back, but we will never forget who we are. We are a light unto the nations. We are Israel. We're mensches. We're civilized. We're humans. And we fight as though we are soldiers of Hashem. We don't fight like snakes. And it's a beautiful lesson, not only for the Jewish people at large, but for us on a personal level. A lot of us have enemies. Some are in the shape of family members or friends, but they behave like enemies. And then some of us have real enemies out there, not related. And the question is, how are you going to combat that enemy? What will be left of you when you finish that fight? Will you become a snake, or will you be a mensch? Will you be a Jew? Will you still be you? Really something for all of us to think about. Shabbat Shalom.